I just keep happening over and over. I keep seeing it, but I never say anything about it. But I'm going to be open to what's really I've been seeing. Listen, I know that God is working on our behalf. We all know that. We know that God is pouring out his blessings on us. We know that. We understand that. But I'm in the era. I'm not going to say we. I'm at a spot after seeing all the miracles and stuff that God worked in my life, and I see them. I'm at a spot to where I've never seen anything like I'm seeing with the outside world. Y'all, when I go in Walmart, like I said on the video before, when I go in Walmart, I'm walking around, y'all, and I don't mean this in no ill way. And I see a lot of people walking around, but to me, my spirit tells me, Willie, they're not even real. If y'all would bear with me, please. Y'all, I've been around people that I picked up good spirits from. I've been around people that I picked bad spirits from. But y'all, I'm looking at all these people, and to me, I'm going to be honest with you, it seems like they appear out of nowhere. Let me show you something. I tested it the other day. I had to test it because God give us a little bit at a time to show us things. We at a spot now like we ain't never been before. Manifestations are being, our gates are being opened. Something is being revealed. You remember when God told Daniel, when Daniel was asking him about something, God told Daniel, he said, go your way, Daniel. He said, you will be resting in your lot, meaning that you would be asleep during this time. He said, it's not for you to even know right now. A lot of stuff now is being revealed to us. I'm in Walmart. Y'all, I picked this up. Okay, let me tell you what happened. One of the times I was in there. I'm in Walmart, and there was this old man, a white man, and he was just walking around behind me. And I could tell, too, by this, it's like they're really eager. It's like they're really looking for something. But please stay with me. Here was this old man behind me, old white man. He just had this cart, and he was just running around. But he was behind me. And I'm trying to get away from him. I just don't want you behind me because it's a spirit that I'm not familiar with, and I don't want to be a part of me. Y'all, it got to the point to where I want to just like this. It's to keep him away from me. And I did a little bit. I tried to move up, and he walked by me. Then he found it because I stopped and I got out of his way. That man did not stop until he walked up there. Oh, excuse me, and patted me twice. And that I rebuked that. I did not like that, period. Yesterday, I was in Walmart. I didn't want this particular food I looked at. But I'm just thinking about it. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking about it. The same thing happened, but this time it was a little old white lady. She ran up behind me and she just picked it up, and then I said, wait, this is the same pattern I've been seeing. It's something wrong. I was just listening to this one video of this lady. And matter of fact, I'm going to see if I can get it for you. Or maybe some of you all know which video I'm talking about, but she's standing in the street and she's saying, y'all, don't no cars come down this road. She said, the road is blocked off. She said, I was trying to tell y'all that people just appear out of nowhere. And she's standing in the street and a whole bunch of cars is coming back to back, but the road is blocked off. She said, what we're seeing is not really what's there. So like I said, we're in a different era. And I did want to bring that up because I'm sure that someone out there has experienced or knows something about what I'm trying to say here. Okay, I love you.
Uncle Willie be coming with these stories, man. But look, this isn't it, guys. We haven't even gotten into it yet, for real. I don't know about you, but I've seen some weird stuff in Walmart. Like, especially, you know, when you go there later in the evening, it's like always some weird, I don't know if it's tweakers, maybe it's people that are demonically possessed, but it's always some weird, creepy vibes in Walmart, you know, especially the later you go. Now, back when I used to get high and I'd be up all night, I'd go to Walmart overnight. You know, they don't stay open 24 hours a day here where I'm at anymore, but I would go there overnight back when they used to, way before COVID and all that. And I'd see people just standing in the aisles, just leaning sideways, just standing there frozen. And it's just weird to see stuff like that. Like, what is going on? Now, I want to read you some of these comments because I'm not the only one. This person right here says the energy in Walmart is bad, and there's 1,900 likes on that, almost 2,000 likes on that. So People also agree. Then the comment underneath that says, Walmart is so weird and not everyone is going to understand. I went there not too long ago and the whole parking lot was packed with cars and people outside. But once we went inside, it was almost empty. Just didn't make sense at all. 1,600 likes on that. Weird stuff going on. Now, it's funny that she mentions Walmart parking lot. I'm going to play this video right here where there's something mentioned about Walmart's parking lot being a demonic portal. Now, I'm not saying any of this is true, guys. We're just going to say that this is for entertainment purposes only. But let's watch this video.
Hear me out, y'all. This gonna sound wild. But you know I'm gonna get you to think every time. Do y'all think there are portals in Walmart, or at least in the Walmart parking lot? I promise y'all, be some strange shit every time I go to that damn store. Meanwhile, I keep carrying my ass over there. But something about that place is not normal. And I'm not just talking about the fact that they make us bag our own shit and get up too, and harass us at the door for the receipt like you ain't just watch me do this shit. If you ever just sit and observe some shit, you're gonna notice there's some strange beings at Walmart, as well as some strange energy. So December 2024, I pull into Walmart parking lot. I got my youngest daughter Jada with me in the passenger seat. Before I get out the car, I'm like, let me make sure I got all my cards, my keys, everything in my purse. So I'm looking down, fidgeting in my purse, and something just tells me to look up. I glanced over at the lady standing in the parking lot. I just give it a quick glance, make sure everything copacetic, and I go back to minding my business. Right before I was about to stop looking at these ladies, I noticed something. This lady's smile went from ear to ear. Y'all know that movie Smile? Yeah. She looked just like that. I know I'll be in my own universe. Speaking of which, click the link in my bio if you want to go to yours too. With that being said, I was like, I'm not that up there. No, I'm not tripping. So I slowly turned to my daughter like, did you see that? She was already looking at me and I'm like, girl, did you see that? She was like, yeah, I saw that. Now I know I wasn't tripping. Now, as we discussing this shit, now we don't see where the lady is. She's not walking in the store. She never got in a car and drove away. She just wasn't there. Needless to say, I drove my ass to the other Walmart across town. I wasn't shook of none of that. I chose not to interact with that type of energy. It was giving real demonic. But I'm not the only one who had strange encounters at Walmart. There have been many people who reported people glitching and shit, shadowy figures, eerie presences. Like I said, if you pay attention long enough, you're gonna see people appearing or disappearing out of nowhere, just like that lady did. Also, I heard about a time distortion phenomena that happens at Walmart. If you ever went into Walmart and felt like the time just disappeared, you walk in thinking you're gonna be there for just a few minutes, but then you look up and 2 hours done passed. You like, how? Another dimension? Did we enter another dimension? I could also remember one time seeing a person like glitching completely out, like frozen in time, in Walmart parking lot. This was before I was fully awake. I didn't know what the hell I was looking at. And I've seen people reporting seeing the same person twice. They pass somebody going in the entrance and then moments later they pass the same exact person going in the opposite direction. Kind of feels like they walk through a loop. Or the cars that seem to appear out of nowhere. Like you park, there's nobody in the spaces near you. You look down for 1 second, boom, now all the space is filled. As of lately, the energy in the store that I go to feels completely off. It looked like a damn dungeon. Very dull, everything automated. Just feel off. Think about how many people move through Walmart on a daily. That's a great place if you do want to harvest energy. Walmart is an all-you-can-eat buffet of stress, frustration, impulse buying, exhaustion. You know how many people get anxiety before they have to go in that damn store? There's a reason for that. And I already talked to y'all about the layout of the store, like why the children's aisle is so secluded. Could have been anywhere else. And do not come on here talking about the marketing. That absolutely makes no sense. In my mind, Walmart is like an interdimensional rest stop. You never know who or what the hell you gonna see there. Like I said, I try to stay away, but you know, I find myself there here and there. Best believe my head be on a damn swivel. Y'all, these are just my thoughts and theory. Let me know if y'all agree. Have you?
So yeah, I'll link the rest of her video down below in the description box, but I just want to highlight something, man. Me personally, I do go to Walmart, but I'm just discovering all this stuff today. My wife tries to avoid Walmart. It stresses her out. It makes her anxious. It's always super busy, but she chooses to go to this store that's closer to our house, which is much less busy. But the prices are stupid high. Like for a case of soda there, it's like going to be like $8, where you can get the same case of soda for like $6 at Walmart. So I'm like, I'm not going to freaking Food Giant, dude. I'm going to Walmart. But I want to go back to what Mr. Willie said, first of all, because he said that the person touched him in the store. That guy was in his lane and he just walked up to him and tapped him twice. Like, you ain't got to touch me. You should have no business touching me. A complete stranger in Walmart. Like, why are you touching me? And then she said something about harvesting energy. Right now, with the millions of people that go in and out of Walmart every day, if someone were to try to harvest some energy theoretically, because I know that people do that, like the Travis Scott concert and all these other like concerts with these demonic artists, they do harvest energy at places. That's about it. I'm gonna mute that because they got copyright music, but they're saying it's a sun god symbolism, right? Now, we know that they're calling this the spark nowadays, but at least that's what Walmart's calling it, but it does kind of eerily look like sun rays.
We talk about this creepy video that came out of Mexico. So this TikToker that works security explains how he's seen and felt things that he can't explain. But at 3:20 in the morning after securing the building, he sees something, but he just can't quite catch it on camera. That is, until he does. And viewers were quick to point out that it looks like it disappears. But let me know what you think.
No, ya no se va a ver nada. Ya no se va a ver nada porque lo que se mira acá de este lado es la pantalla que está prendida. Ahí arriba, esa. De ahí en más, pues estoy solo, les digo, estoy todo solo ahorita. Solo. Y ahorita vi algo allá en la entrada de clientes. Hasta allá, hasta lo último. Y lo vi clarito. Ya lo vi otra vez.
So conveniently, people have screenshotted what he's trying to show us in the comment section. I'm sorry for moving around like that if it disrupted the audio, but we see right here that it's like a figure with like long black hair, and someone saying, "OMG, it's La Llorona." And I don't know if you guys saw that movie La Llorona, but it does very similarly look like her. Now there's this photo as well with this head popping up over this countertop right here, looking very La Llorona-esque or The Grudge-esque. Just my opinions. It does look like a long gown with long white hair, in my opinion. Creepy, guys, very creepy. But, you know, as I said, guys, this is all for entertainment purposes.
Guys, while I was in this cleaning aisle, I noticed a man basically just came out of nowhere. So I was facing this direction and he kind of came up behind me. He said something along the lines of, "Your outfit is really cute. Did you get it from here?" Meaning Target. I respond with no. And he asks, "Where'd you get it from?" I said, "Aerie." He said, "Oh, Aerie at blah, 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 blah." He basically named my local shopping center. And this is where I messed up because I said yes. He knows that I'm a local. Anyways, I didn't think too deep into it. I just kind of proceeded to looking at the cleaning supplies. He then followed me into the aisle. He was just making conversation, and you could tell I was very clearly uncomfortable. I was backing away from him, turning away from him. So as I'm getting further in the aisle, I'm not realizing that he's kind of blocking the one exit. I continue just inching my way down, and he's saying that he just got a new cat and that he needs cat stuff. And I said, "Well, I think you're in the wrong aisle." I asked him, like, "Why are you in the cleaning aisle then? The cat aisle's a few aisles over." And he was like, "Oh, is it?" And I said, "Yeah, it's just a few aisles over." He asked me if I could take him there. I told him, "No, it's just a few aisles over. I'm busy, I have to go." And he's just not dropping this conversation. And then I kindly, "Nice chatting with you," and I walk away, and I'm like speed walking to self-checkout. So while I'm checking out my cleaning product, I only ended up getting one because like my heart was in my basically. I feel like I'm being watched, so I look over and he's at the end of self-checkout just staring at me. I'm trying to get through self-checkout really fast at this point. I know it's just one thing, but in that moment it's like time slows down and your body's kind of in fight or flight. And then I notice him looking in at the like Junior's clothing. Junior's clothing is right in front of the self-checkout at my Target that I go to. I'm in the middle of about to insert my card to pay, I go over to the worker who was working self-checkout, basically just give her kind of a warning like, hey, there's a man over there, he has a red cap on and he's been really creepy and I noticed he's followed me all the way to self-checkout now. They actually got a male worker to escort me out. And my entire car ride home, like I was just very much like high adrenaline. So I mainly wanted to share my story just so you guys know, like this stuff is not made up. This stuff truly does happen, and who knows what his motives were. If I would have not had somebody escort me out, what would have happened?